Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back to react to Little Infinity Train. Back on the train for the back half of season 3. Today it's episode 6, which is called The Campfire Car. So, prepare to camp out here. Last episode, the color clock car ended on quite a, cliffhanger, quite a reveal that Hazel is not completely human, it seems like, or something's up with her. She was freaking out because she just found out Tuba got wheeled, thanks to Simon, who I was also surprised, not surprised that he did it to Tuba, but that he didn't try to cover it up, or that he just came straight out and told her he did it purposely. It wasn't an accident or anything like that. I know they were going to eventually, back at the Apex, they're gonna indoctrinate her into the lifestyle, which is no nulls allowed. But still, I was surprised by that, ripping the band-aid off, so to speak. But anyway, she started freaking out and transformed into what looked like a turtle face or something like that. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure we'll get more on that. This time Grace looked pretty surprised, obviously, and she also looked like she was not happy with what Simon did in general, or at least the way he told Hazel about it. But it seemed like she was surprised that he did it at all right now. Earlier in the episode, he'd been saying he could take Tuba one-on-one. She seemed skeptical, but then obviously when he did it, even after their teamwork earlier in the episode, she was seemed to not be happy. So the main thing for this episode is we got to figure out what's up with Hazel, but secondarily, it would be interesting to see how Grace and Simon's relationship, if it changes over this, or they're going to get in a fight or something like that about it. Or we'll see if Grace is, her number had already been going down this season, which she was not happy about, but it does seem like, maybe she's going to change her ways a little bit over Hazel here, feeling more protective of her or something, or, I don't know, older sister vibe or something. But, we will see. I'm going to roll into it, though, and let's see what we got going on with the old campfire car. Let's do it. Okay, interesting. So, what is her name again? I'm going to have to look it up. Season 1 Wikipedia. I should be safe from spoilers. Oh, by the way, season 4 is already out. I did not expect it was going to be out so soon. I guess it came out earlier this very week. So I'll be rolling right into that in about a month from now, I guess, if I keep this up every week, like I have been doing for season 3. All right, what's this former conductor's name again? Amelia. How could I forget? Okay, so Amelia was, of course, the former conductor who they mentioned a couple times this season. I think that they looked up to her. I think she saved Grace back in the day, but with what happened at the end of season 1 with Tulip and 1-1, etc., she's maybe trying to change her ways, even though her number is so crazy huge that I don't know if it will be possible to get down. And she's an old lady too, essentially. But maybe she's trying to make amends for it or fix things or do something here. So, man, this fucking bird's chirping. And of course, she was right there, leaving the car they just went in, and then she doubled back and looked and said something to them at the very end. So, and he thought that Apex was there. Obviously, cars have been moving around, separating them to begin with. So, is that from her? Probably something to do with her. It must be, obviously, since you see her. But is she actively trying to? What did she say then there? What have you kids been doing to the train? Or is that probably in reference to what they've been doing for a while now, causing problems? So, very interesting. I wonder where the Apex kids actually are. Although, does this have anything to do with what would have to do with Hazel now too? Because that still obviously wasn't explained what she is or why she's like this with the turtle thing. And it seemed like that's the first time it ever happened, or she didn't remember. I mean, she has already some amnesia issue or something, so maybe it happened and she doesn't remember. But or that could have been the first time, because maybe that was the most. I mean, it was obviously triggered by intense emotion of some, or at least negative emotion, like anger or being upset. I guess anger was maybe not the same, or was maybe not the main emotion there, but just like freaking out over being upset, or wasn't caused by sadness either, because she obviously sad the whole episode, but it was only when she started not being able to control whatever that it was happening. So maybe it was a little bit more anger actually. But yeah, and then Grace, of course, said she doesn't know what she is either. So, but then with the number thing, must be related to her transformation thing. But yeah, the question is it related to all this other stuff going on too? We'll see. So yeah, it seems like 2, but I didn't think 2 was necessarily going to come back or anything, but there was maybe a possibility. But we did basically see her go under the wheel like that though. So, but it seemed from this episode like she's definitely dead or whatever, you know. Grace and Hazel is 6 this time. I don't know if we knew the exact age before this one, but even like a normal 6-year-old probably on average doesn't necessarily have a good understanding of what a funeral is. But she seemed to have a pretty good understanding of it, even though she doesn't know a bunch of other stuff or forgot other stuff about her life and whatever. And then even I was wondering kind of like, has Grace even been to a funeral ever? Because I assume she hasn't on the actual train. She's probably been here most of her life at this point, or half of it at least. So maybe she had never even been to one herself. And then she's crying, obviously, so the emotion really did get to her, which is interesting too. So yeah, there may be hope for her yet here. Now Simon, on the other hand, I don't know. Like, he's still fighting against his past issues. Then Grace brought it up, think about how in the part 1 we found out how old Hazel is. Think about like how you felt with the cat and all that. So, but yeah, I don't know. She pulled rank on him and he said okay, whatever. But yeah, he was still not wanting to. I guess from his perspective, like, he did what he did purposely. He said he did it. He said this is the right way. Like, he's still talking to her like that, Hazel. So he's at least being consistent, sticking to what he believes or whatever. But yeah. Try to use the kid gloves or whatever, but I guess not. Yeah, so another one with a really interesting end there, though, that makes me want to pop right to the next one, but I will give it about another week or so till the next reaction here for what it would be Season 3, Episode 7. So be on the lookout for that one soon. Do subscribe to my channel here if you're not already. Feel free to leave some comments or get some conversation going as well. Love to see that. And yeah, until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.